Nice training. So my name is Gideon, and tonight we're going to be looking at the best business model in the entire world, the best online business you can think about right now, and how you can maximize the opportunity to make money. Gideon, and tonight we're going to be looking. So I believe you all can hear me, and if you all can hear me loud and clear, can you spin the love emoji? Everybody, let me see you. If you can hear me loud and clear, spin the love emoji. I want to see everybody who can hear me. Spin the love emoji for me. Spin the love emoji, spin that love emoji, everybody. All right, now I can see some couple of love emojis on the screen. Great, great. Tonight is going to be powerful. All right, you can start spinning right now. So, the business model we're about to discuss tonight is a business that have changed my life forever. I kicked off my online career and my online business journey in 2011, 2012, and try a couple of online businesses, starting from Fiverr freelancing business, to moving to information marketing, from information marketing, digital marketing, and etc. And I've done a couple of businesses in the past. In 2014 February, just prior to the Valentine's Day, something I came across this business model, and that was the biggest blessing for me. And what is it? It's about Web3. Web3 have not just changed my life, but I've seen Web3 change the life of so many persons in different parts of the world. People are around me and people from different places. Now, I want to let you know that when I say this business is the best online business in the world, tonight, you're going to learn, you're going to know why. I have done businesses, as I said earlier. I did a couple of online businesses, trying my feet, making mistakes and making money in some. I did affiliate marketing. I did dropshipping from Amazon to, from AliExpress to Amazon and eBay. I did e-commerce. Now, e-commerce, there is something we call WooCommerce dropshipping. I also did WooCommerce dropshipping. That is kind of creating your own store. I did Shopify dropshipping. I had a store in Shopify. I've done a couple of things, guys, a whole lot. And I wasn't lost. I wasn't failing in just these businesses. To be honest, I was succeeding. Most of you guys have followed me from one business model to another, and you've seen I've been succeeding in a couple of them. And I did forex trading. That was the only business I can say that I reserve my comment. Well, I did well in forex, just that it didn't go as I expected. So I did a couple of businesses until international affiliate marketing with JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank, Digistore24. I know some of you guys know about these businesses I'm mentioning. And back in the days, from dropshipping to a couple of other things, back in 2014, 2015, 2016, during the days of dropshipping, that was the time that Amazon KDP started trending, publishing books on Amazon. I'm an author, and I've published a couple of books on Amazon and so many other book publishing platforms. And I've sold courses on Udemy, Teachery, Teachable, Coursera. I became the best author at a time in 2020, 2019 to 2020. I actually was the best-selling author, the best-selling publisher, and also the best-selling course. Two of my courses ranked the best in Udemy. And that was how I was invited to begin publishing on Teachable. I didn't apply. From Udemy, Teachable reached out to me, and I said I became their major, launcher on Teachable, and I started doing on Teachery as well. And from there, I became an instructor on Coursera. That is a course platform that you can go and learn courses. So, done businesses that got to the global audience and became the bestseller. But one thing I can tell you that is that among these journeys and businesses I've done, it has been so progressive. All my life has been built on the internet, making money on the Web2 space. Web3 is just the best. Everything you've heard me mention right now, including forex trading and the rest of them, are all Web2 business. And I'm going to be showing you why Web3 is different from Web2, and why I chose Web3 over every other business I've done, and why I shut down all businesses to focus only on Web3. And the journey has been crazily amazing. Tonight, I have the privilege of, one of the students that we were training that, that started the mentorship training section, said the screenshot to me. I think I'm going to share it after this meeting. send a screenshot to me on his progress. This is someone who have not done anything. He was doing, he's actually a content creator and have been trying to, make money from YouTube, bought online courses from a very popular person that have been posting about content, YouTube content, how to, he bought the course, tried the fees around it, and have been struggling for a while since last year, and came across this business model, have no knowledge in cryptos, in cryptocurrency, knowledge in Web3, and today he sent me a screenshot of doing over, I think I can't remember the figure, around $400 something or so. And it is why I am kind of talking about him. It's not like the money is big, but it is a trajectory that this business that it knows no level, nobody. You don't need to have the before knowledge, prior knowledge to be able to kick off. You can make as much as you want to make by understanding the principles that govern this business model. Yeah, by the special grace of God, without mentioning figures, you guys have seen, some of us have been able to do figures in millions of dollars in this industry. I will say, by the special grace of God, that today I can call myself a millionaire in dollars. And I got to that status because of Web3. Because I don't know what my life would have looked like just trying to, figure out if I didn't come across the internet in Web2 first, because my journey started from Web2, and I give that credit to Web2. But if I don't know how it could have looked like if I didn't discover Web3. So tonight, I'm going to be inviting Mr. Empire to walk us through on a business model that is super amazing. He's going to be talking about Dexify. Dexify is actually an automated AI system that helps you automate a couple of things in the Web3 space. One of the things he automates liquidity provision in the Web3 space. That is the major thing he automates. Liquidity provision, how to provide liquidity and make money. Let me tell you, some of us that are still struggling in this space, we are doing something that has never been done before. And trust me when I say we are preparing and we are cooking something huge, powerful, in this same liquidity provision, in this same space. So by next week, it's going to be unveiled and we're going to kick off. It's actually a mentorship. I know most of us, especially from this part of the world, we trivialize mentorship a lot. When you hear the word mentorship, if somebody have once told me, like, I don't need a mentorship. Why do I need a mentor for? Well, I'm not begging you. I believe if you by yourself voluntarily join this Zoom meeting, you join because you believe you're going to gain value. You join because you believe we have something to offer you. And most of you joined because you want to make money. No matter, some of you probably are billionaires already, millionaires in dollars. You don't need, you must have scaled all through and don't need some little amount of money. But every money, including Elon Musk, you need income, you need inflow. So you need an additional source of income. I want to say you are in the right place. But one thing I want to beg you is that, please, in case Empire won't mention it or forget to mention it, please, you see this mentorship training we are trying to kick off, don't trivialize it. It's strictly for those who have gotten their D protocol and DVIP. It's strictly for those who are currently using Dexify. We want to scale to the next level. We want to make sure that unagreeably every member of this system is printing fees, is making money, and the resource is speaking for itself already by those who we are using. I'll call them the tester, those who are in the tester phase. The resource is speaking massively already. Don't miss it for anything. You're not paying for it. Just your access is your DVIP and your D protocol. Well, I won't say much. So Mr. Empire is going to come in on board right now and walk us through how to build wealth, how to create wealth, how to do massive figures with the best online business, the best digital skill you can talk about right now in the world, which the richest man in the world have embraced. Hope you know that Elon Musk is a big fan of crypto. Yeah, he does it. He makes money from it. Donald Trump, before he became a president, immediately became a president, he created the first coin, and these guys have been embracing crypto. This space have changed the life of many and have created billionaires in different parts of the world. So, Mr. Empire, over to you. Walk us through how this business model can help an ordinary person out there build wealth. You can take over, bro. Let's put our hands together for him.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Boss, you are shining today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, first of all, I want everybody on this amazing session tonight. And tonight, we are going to be having fun. Why? Because there is a lot of things we are missing. And today I'm going to be connecting the dots so that you can enjoy this amazing business that has been given to us. Right?
I think your network is breaking.
So without
I
waiting,
don't know. I think your network is breaking. Can you
I
check
want
your
you to have
network?
heard my story. But is it all right?
Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me now?
Yeah, it was cracking at a point. Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now, right?
Sure, go ahead. Sure.
All right, thank you very much. Now, my name is Christian Chibike Ome. And of course, like many of us know, for some of us who this may be your first time, to see me. But in fact, I'm a testimony myself. Why? Because this particular Web3 made me who I am today. And I'm really grateful. And whenever I speak to people, whether it is your first time or you have been around for some time and you are looking on how to crack the code or anything, I speak to you from the depth of my heart. And that alone is to be able to move you by the special grace of God to the next level. Now, each and every one of us on this particular Zoom call tonight have goals. You have a reason why you have to load your data and charge your battery.
All right, Empire. I think your network is kind of down. I don't know if you can kind of improve in your network and then you can then continue. Well, I believe you guys can still hear me, just to be sure that everybody is still following, because his network is down, and couple, I believe myself, I can't hear him. So if any other person can hear me, you can hear me right now. Let me see you put the clapping emoji if you can hear me, because we can kick off this training. Oh, I see a couple of clapping emojis. So once you come on board, all you need to do is let me know that you are on up again, so you can be able to continue.
Can you hear
Because
me
your mic
now?
is muted. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. It's network, All right. So now, what I was saying, for me, I believe there are two ways you can do crypto. And so many people have, tried to use the first way. A lot decided to become traders. And I must tell you that everybody who came into crypto space is a trader in one way or the other. Meaning that if you have ever bought a coin before, you have traded. It means that when you buy, you must sell in order to make profit. And everyone who bought, looking forward to a point where he or she can sell. So these are one of the most common way to do crypto, meaning that this way is well recognized all over the world. And for that reason, there are some components around it. So now, before you come to buy crypto, listen to me, there are people who made this market available for you, but you are not seeing them. You see, when we decide to do business like this or crypto like this, we look at it from every angle, and we understand that there are opportunities that people are still missing. All right. Now, what happened here is this. When people do crypto, there are people who made that particular market available, whether it is BTC you are buying, Ethereum, Solana, or anything, right? I'm going to be breaking it down to a layman understanding. For example, this is your first time in, coming into a meeting like this, because, this is general meeting, right? Meaning that there are new persons who this is their first time here. So, and I must tell you, the meeting, this particular training tonight is to help you understand how you can scale up, all right? So now, without wasting much of our time, there are people who provide this particular money that you see that give traders access to buy and sell. And they are called liquidity providers. You see, as simple as I can explain liquidity provision, so that when I go into what I want to show us tonight, you'll be able to follow me without stress, is this. Each and every one of us on this call right now, we're about 272 persons, right? Each and every one of us have access to bank accounts. Now, in your banks that you have been operating from maybe for some years now, you have somehow deposited money into that particular bank, or you keep depositing every day or thereabout. Now, one thing is this: bank on its own does not have money of their own. I'm telling you. Now, maybe they may have some, but I can tell you that what makes a bank is actually the money people deposit in the bank. So when you deposit money in the bank, what do? You provided liquidity for the bank to be able to perform transactions. Now, what happened here is this: this money you deposited in the bank does not keep it in the bank. I hope you know. The bank loaned this money out. And when they loan this money out, they loan it out to people who will use it to do business and bring back interest for them. You see, today, in one of my accounts, I saw credit alert. And opening the credit alert, it was my bank. And that was interest they paid me. And I was laughing. For all that I have been doing in this bank, for all that I have in this bank, they gave me peanuts. And I was angry. At the same time, I was laughing. But you know what happened there? Is this: people put money in the bank, and bank loan this money out and earn interest from it. And that interest is called fees. And when they earn this interest, they don't consider you that brought the money in the first place. Why? Because this was not part of the package. So every other thing they give to you alongside is an incentive. But look at this. When you come into the crypto space, there are opportunities as to what you are already doing in the bank every day without stress. But this time around, you just need education to understand that you can use the same money to make money for yourself. And that is exactly what brought us into this training. We have traded the crypto markets, but you see, we couldn't have been this effective in crypto markets because why? This time around is a bear market. You see, BTC today is at $58,000 and thereabout. I can tell you a lot of traders are running away. But there is, no matter what happens, people must keep buying or selling. But listen to me. What is playing on the ground is that those who are making money consistently right now are called liquidity providers. I'm telling you, if you understand how it works. So what happened, if you try to provide this liquidity manually, it will be very difficult for you. Why? Because you needed to know the technical know-how. Are we together? All right. So this training tonight is how this liquidity provision was simplified into an automated bot that have the capacity to provide this liquidity in the space with just one click. Now, what is the normal way of doing liquidity provision? The normal way of doing liquidity provision is simply go into the market. Now, when you go into the market, what do? You simply maybe research about those coins. Maybe you go to desk screeners, research about those coins, and discover coins that has volume and activities, right? Now, when you discover them, what you do is that you carry your money and you purchase some of this coin, and you now go to a platform where you can provide this liquidity and provide this liquidity manually. Now, I can tell you, the process of these things will take you an hour or minutes. If you're that expert, if you're an expert in it, it might take you some couple of minutes. But listen, all of these things were cropped, and I'm going to show you magic tonight. Now, let me show you something. Instead of doing liquidity provision, see, there are places where the money is. And that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you tonight. Instead of doing liquidity provision, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen so that I can show you something here. Now, listen. Now, instead of sharing liquidity provision, instead of doing liquidity provision in a manual way, what you can do is that you can leverage in this particular space with an automated bot that have the capacity to help you print fees in this particular market with ease. Everything we're going to be talking about here tonight is for you to understand how simple it is for people to make money. But one thing is this: when you do not know what to do, it becomes so complex. Now, let me show you something. First of all, this is Dexify Robot. It's a tool fortified with the latest algorithm and latest AIs that have the capacity to detect or go into the market and make research of some of these pools that are trending, and it helps you provide liquidity on some of these pairs, and you earn consistent fees. Meaning that the target here is not to predict whether the market is going up or the market is going down. Our target as liquidity providers is fees. And I can tell you, if I go to, let me know if I can just borrow a little time, but let me show you something here. I want to show you something. If I go to this particular place, this Metura, right? Let me show you something. So you understand how much people generate on fees every blessed day. So you understand it. Are we together? All right. So you understand it now. If I click on this particular place, I will search on Metura and it will take me to this particular place. Now listen. When it brings me here, look at this. Let this thing load. So you understand what I'm talking about. This is liquidity provision house, right? Where almost all the liquidity pools are happening. There are other platforms, but this is considered to be one of the biggest. Meaning that even if you want to do it manually, you know, it is. But look at this. Fees generated today amount to $107.67 billion. I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say here. Listen, there are billions. There are billions of dollars being generated every blessed day. Now the question is, are you really making? Many people focus on buying and selling. Many people focus on trading. But there are people who are quietly earning consistent fees, and this runs in billions. Now the question is, are you part of those who is sharing among this money tonight as a liquidity provider? Now, of course, today I have made some money, and of course the money, because when you do liquidity provision, it is all calculated in this particular space, because it's not a small thing. All right, so you are going to see. But look at this. If I go back here, what this particular bot helps you to do is to make things easy for yourself and make money even when you don't know what you are doing, right? Now listen, if I click on this place, of course, this is how much I have made on this particular account, and this is about $8,274 on this account. Now I have so many accounts in this particular business. Why? Where we make our money is in crypto space, and there is a lot of money there. So today I have done $196, right? Because I was not like, it was just randomly, and I'm going to show you how I was able to do that, all right? Because most of it is copy LPs, right? Copy LP, all right? So now, of course, this week I've done over $500, and that is it. This week is when? That is about how many days ago? Today is Tuesday now, right? Starting from Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, over $500 already done. So before this week elapsed, of course, you will see this particular account will grow bigger than this, all right? Now, let's proceed. How do you make money using Dexify? And how do you automate liquidity provision? In the whole wide world, nobody is doing this like this. When I look at how Dexify performs, it performs in magical ways. Now, first of all you need to do is to make sure you have a wallet, right? You have a wallet. Once you have your wallet, which means you can download any decentralized exchanges. You have a wallet. Let's assume you have $10, $20, $30, $50, $1,000 or $1 million, any amount of money, you can become a liquidity provider. So first thing first, what you need to do is to download the Dexify app, right? But better still, we use the web app. Now, how do you register and download it? All you needed is to collect a link, maybe either from a group you belong or to a friend who invited you or who referred you to this business. For example, when I make money and I post it, right? People do ask me, how can I use this particular bot and everything? All you need to do is to register, right? And download the Dexify. Once you have been able to register, you will have an account in your name. You have an account in your name. And when you have an account in your name, what do you need to do? You need to connect a wallet. Now, all you needed is very simple. When you come to this place, you can connect your wallet. Now, let's say you click, you can see wallet here, right? And you can see up here, you can see connect, right? You can just connect your wallet and you are good to go, right? And once you connect your wallet, it means that if you have a capital, it will be reflecting down here. You can see where USDC, Solana, USDT, Jup, because this particular wallet is connected to Jupiter, right? It's connected to Jupiter. So once you have connected your wallet, it's very, very easy. Then you are good to go. So this particular place you are seeing here is called spending limit. And these are all the things that will help you understand on how to do it with ease. Of course, there are already videos already made on how you can set up your spending limits. Very easy something. And all of this, you can get them in our inner group private mentorship. And you are good to go. Now, once you have connected your wallet, look at this. You need to provide liquidity. How do you provide liquidity? It is very, very simple. If I come to this place and I'll click on Discover, now look at this. Down here, I clicked on Discover, all right, and it brought me to this place. Now, in this particular place, you can see what is going on here, right? There are different tokens. There are different pools that you can provide liquidity on, right? What this robot does is to scan the entire liquidity market and helps you provide liquidity on some of these pairs that have the capacity to deliver on profit. So what I need to do is simple. I'll just come here and I'll choose a pair. Now, let me say I want to provide liquidity on let's say I want to provide liquidity on, let me just check. All right, let me just check. I want to provide liquidity on now, let me say I want to provide liquidity on this Murad, right? If I click on Murad, it's very simple. I'll just come here and click on open position. Look at this, very simple. This thing I'm showing you right now, this is how to do it. And I'll just select Fortress, right? Which is the #1 strategy. And I'll just click on use Fortress, right? When I click on use Fortress, what it does is that it shows me put an amount that you want to use and provide liquidity here. I just deposited a little money to do this experiment, but look at this. If I click on, if I say I want to provide with $10, I'll just put $10. I want to show you how easy it is. That even when you don't have capital, you can still build something up. And if I click on review position, now I have finished up my setup, and of course you can see my take profit is just 5%. And what do I do? I'll just scroll down here. You can see, I'll just scroll down here and I'll click create position. And when I click create position, see what it does. Securing your USDT, swapping to pool tokens, deploying liquidity, and confirmation, boom, it is done. And that is how we earn fees, we earn money every day using this particular robot, right? So things are already made easy. And if I come to this place where you see position, of course you can see that this particular pool, right, has already LP'd for me and is running. Now, probably before we finish, we'll just check how far it is going, all right? But one thing for sure, it must close on profit. It must. So you can see I provided $10 and it's just there. Now, what do? You can also use other features as well. There is a feature called the autonomy bot. Now, the autonomy bot is an opportunity given to users to be able to provide liquidity on multiple pairs at one click. Meaning that instead of you to go, see, if you ever know the process at providing liquidity manually, you see that thing that was doing, the robot created that position under some seconds. You will be, oh God of mercy. But see, you can provide up to 10 different pools, up to 50 at the same time. What do? Very simple. You just come to this place where you have an autonomous. Now, the autonomous bot is different from Discover. That first one that I did. That is called manual LP in Dexify. Now, look at how simple and seamless manual LP is. So when you create position, it's very, very easy. Then you can use autonomous, and this is the best. Now, think about it. You have a lot of things going on already. You have a job, you have businesses that you're working on, and 247, you are busy. But you can still use Dexify to raise capital to fund whatever lifestyle that you want for yourself. And how do you do that? All you needed to do is to use what we call autonomy bot. Autonomy bot allows you to provide liquidity even when you are not actively there. How do you do that? If I scroll down, I'll come to this place where it allows me to impute some of my parameters. Now, do you know the good news here? The good news is that there is already a careful video made on how to provide liquidity on manual, the best strategy that we are using on how to provide liquidity on automated autonomous bot, on the best strategy that we are using. And all you need to do is to go through this particular video. And once you go through it, you will provide liquidity without stress, with ease. So look at this. This is the process, and it's very easy. All I need to do is to come here. I said amount per position. I said $10, right? Mass open position. I said 10 different coins, 10 different pairs, right? And all I needed to do. Now you can see, let me just play around with it so that you can see what I'm doing here. I said $10, right? I'll just put $10 there. I said 10 mass position. I'll just put 10, right? Say, what do I mean? I mean that I want this particular autonomous bot to open 10 positions for me. You see that thing that happened on that particular now? What is my reward target? The reward target is like profit, a percentage of taking profit. I said 4%, right? And I'll just come down here. I'll just scroll up, right? And I'll choose my strategy. So once I choose my strategy, let's say I choose this strategy, what do? I'll just come here. Look at this. You can see up. You can see autonomous bot pause, right? I'll just click on this and it will on. And you see active, scan now. Now, what this thing does is that it goes inside the market and scan the entire liquidity provision market to provide liquidity on up to 10 pairs that is performing at its best. And it helps you generate a lot of fees as well. All right. So now at this point, once they take profit, they will close. As far as you don't end this up, or you don't turn this off, you will definitely make money. And even when you are sleeping, it will continue to open positions for you. That's how beautiful and easy it is. Do you know why? Because a lot of things today are made simple through AI. You can see a lot of things people are doing, but this is the best in the space because it's the first and it's still the number one. So now you can provide liquidity, but that is not all. Look at what Dexify does. Dexify gives you access to what we call copy LP. Now, what is copy LP? We understand over time that a lot of people, even to set up this bot, right? Somehow, because they don't know maybe how to put it up and all every other thing, there is also a copy LP. What is copy LP? If I click on this place, what this means is that you can follow other people's wallet. Now, there are people doing this manually and they are experts in it. You see that place I opened that shows the fees generated under 24 hours? It is people in all over the world that are providing liquidity in different zones, in different places. Maybe they are doing it manually or anything. But one thing is this, DexFi helps you to mirror their wallet. So it gives you opportunity that you can copy what they do. This time around, all you needed to do is just decide an amount that you want to go into the market with, right? And also decide when to take profit. But one thing is sure, whenever this particular person make money, you will make money, surely. And consistently, this particular wallet that is here have the capacity to help you make consistent fees. But look at this. Most people don't understand that sometimes all you need to do is to follow a few guidelines. Look at this. If you come to this place, you just put some setting, very easy. Here, I just decided that, okay, mass current positions, I just want it to open 2 for me at once, right? And I'll just come here, decide how my percentage in take profit, and that's all. And just when I go back here, all I needed is what? I just clicked on this button. You can see this button I toggle off. I can just click on it and it waits for position for me. What happened is that once this particular wallet, you can see this wallet here. Let me click on manage. You can see I saved it with fee printer and it's on. If I want to copy this Boss Young Money, all I needed to do is to on it as well. All right. And the good news is that you can copy with as little as $10, with as little as $5, and you can copy them and you make money for yourself as well. Right. And that is absolutely beautiful. So when I go back, meaning that you can use copy LP to make money for yourself. And I can tell you, you don't pay shishi to copy these people. It is just free of charge, right? So now you can also take advantage of what we call the digens, right? Now, in this particular bot, we have the digens as well, meaning that if anybody here or anybody who have been in crypto space knows that there are digens, people trade digens, right? Some of these volatile coins, some of them, we call it pump and dump, right? So there are people who have bought that when coin is pumping, they will just snipe in and cash out and zoom off, right? You can still do the same thing as well, but you don't need to go into the market and do it for yourself, by yourself. There are people already doing it, and you can copy their wallet, mirror their wallet, so that whenever they open position, this particular bot will open position on your behalf. And once it open position on your behalf, you will make money once they make money. That's just the simple part of it. So here you can follow new wallets, and it's very easy. Why? Everything today is going automated. Are you following? And that's how, despite how busy we are, at the end of the day, we are still making money. Why? We understand the game that is being played in this particular space. But do you know my joy tonight? My joy tonight is that this thing I'm showing you, you might not know how to do it. You might not know how it works, maybe simply because maybe I'm being fast or maybe you're not seeing what I'm doing. But all you needed to do is to join our inner group mentorship. Now, this inner group mentorship is where we provide mentorship for our users to understand better at how they can use even our own ideas on how we stay consistent in profit and make massive profit for themselves. But above all, there are careful videos already recorded that allows you to understand how to go about this in seconds, and you continue to make money for yourself, right? But now, before you gain access to this particular inner group, you just have to do one thing. What is that one thing that you have to do? Not to pay money. Here in DexFi, you don't pay money to join our group. Now, anybody that tells you to pay money or that you have to pay money for one thing or the other is a scammer. In DexFi or in this community, every training you receive is free of charge. The only thing you have to do is to make sure that your bot is ready to provide liquidity. And how does it become ready? You simply need to get what we call D protocol. Now, if I click on this place, I'll just click on store. Let me show you something quickly. What is D protocol? D protocol is simply like a fuel. Now, think about it. Every robot you know today uses what we call gas to be able to perform in this space. Are we together? So, meaning that, take a look at these AI generated tools, even your ChatGPT. There are levels you cannot cross except you subscribe that particular bot. Do you know why? The services you enjoy is motivated through what we call APIs. So meaning that nothing stands alone. For Dexify to perform this magic, there are things it is resting on, and that is the gas you pay for. So meaning that before you drive your car out, you needed to put in fuel in it. It is just the same thing here. So all you need to do is to get your D protocol. Now, D protocol here is like gas. And without D protocol, you cannot provide liquidity. But look at this. There is something that was introduced. You know why? We know carefully that everybody does not have the same capacity in terms of finance. So there are people who, what they can afford is just $50. But yes, they want to build that capital up into something that they can start to do big things. And that is why you can enjoy providing liquidity with Dexify with as little as $20 D protocol, right? Meaning that with $20, you can buy the protocol and start to provide liquidity for yourself. That's amazing. So meaning that if you have $30, you can use this particular bot and provide liquidity and make money for yourself. That's how beautiful it is. And of course, you can see, you can get the Dipro tester, $20. You can get tier 1 at $105. You can get Dipro 2, which is tier 2 with $575. Now, I'm going to be explaining something to you here. You see, those who get tier 1 tester and tier 1 and tier 2, they have a particular private group, right? Now, in this particular group, what is to be taught or what is being taught in this particular group is simply how you can maximize small capital, right? Meaning that if you have some good capital, all you need to do is to make sure that you have the protocol growth. Now, for those who have tier 1, tester tier 1, tier 2, they only have access to manual bots and copy LP. And this copy LP, there are numbers of wallets you can have access to, right? Because this is out of, okay, everybody should make money. And that's why they are even giving access to this copy LPs, right? But if you have tier 3, you have access to autonomous bots, which allows you to take advantage of the market beyond somebody who can provide liquidity with manual. With manual robots, you can only open position 1 at a time. And there are limits to how many positions you can open. Do you know why? You can, if you have $50 to provide liquidity, how many pools are you going into? Then at the end of the day, if the money you are making with $50, you will be making money, right? Very good. But you can't compare that as well with somebody that is leveraging up to 10 pools that may have like $1,000, $500, $200 at the same time. That's just it. So you can also get tier 4, which is D protocol 4, which gives you access to autonomous bot. It gives you access to LP. It gives you access to DeFi speed. You see, this DeFi speed is a game changer. Most people don't understand what is even happening, right? But I can tell you, once you understand how to maximize this, you will do exceptionally well. You can get the protocol 5, which is the tier 5, and you can get the tier 6. And all you need to do is to put up your robot in a good way, and you have enough D protocol to provide liquidity. And you can do that with ease, right? Now let's rush. So you can also get what we call the DVIP. Now, what is DVIP? DVIP is simply another opportunity anybody has to earn extra income using the Dexify. Meaning that if you have DVIP levels, you can earn extra money. And guess what? We have our inner group mentorship where we train you on how to maximize this particular aspect. And of course, the DVIP 1, you can get it with $100. You can get the DVIP 2 with $570, the DVIP 3. But look at where my interest is. Listen, the DVIP 5 and the DVIP 6 is a gold mine. For example, every company you can think of have what we call shareholders. But one thing Dexify did was to give members opportunity to become part of the shareholders. Meaning that if you have DVIP 5 or DVIP 6, you're already a shareholder. You're already a member of the inner caucus. Why? Every 30 days, Dexify has what we call global pool. This global pool is that whatever transaction, anybody who, like when people purchase D protocol or DVIP to provide liquidity, Dexify deduct 7% and put it in a global pool. This global pool, sometimes in a month, it can be like up to $10,000. Sometimes it can be like up to $100,000, depending on how things goes, right? It can even get to a point where it can be to up to $1 million and everything. Those in DVIP 5 and those in DVIP 6, we share this money into two. And 50-50, if DVIP 5 is 20, they will share 50%, that's 50% times 20. If those in DVIP 6 is 10, they will share. So that is how it is. And do you know what this thing means? For me, I call it the oil wells. When you gain access to this particular inner group mentorship, where we are going to be training you on how to maximize this aspect, you will know that you have oil, gold in your hand. And at this point, you can do anything. You can do as much as possible using this particular bot, all right? So all you need to do is to get your D protocol. Once you get your D protocol, we are good to go. Now, let me remind you, when you deposit money to get D protocol, this is where it's going to be reflecting. So meaning that any money that is here is to buy D protocol. Now, Dexify is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Dexify is a tool that allows you to perform magic in liquidity provision space, meaning that you can use this thing to do more better than those doing it manually because it is faster and more secure. Are we together? Now, this is not where the balance of your wallet reflects. This is not a place. This one is that, okay, you sent money to buy the protocol, you will see it here. All right, this is where it is. So where the money reflects in your wallet is simply on wallet side. All right. So now, once you have been able to get your D protocol, you need to chat up an admin. You chat up an admin, what do? They will add you to our inner group mentorships that you belong. Now, let me tell you something. This inner group mentorship is divided into some level of money that is capable of to generate within a specific period of time. Those who are in the inner group 1 or 2, the inner group 1 and 2, right, which is the small tiers, right, which is the tier 1 and to tier 2. In this particular group, there are certain amount of money that is a target that you should reach at a particular period of time. In those who are in tier 3 up, there are some certain amount of money, and this money, I think, is about from $50,000 and above. Why? Because you have more capacity to do better things once you understand how to maximize it. It's just very simple like that. All right. And of course, we are going to be having our inner group mentorship tomorrow, being Wednesday, and Friday as well. All right. So if you're in the inner group mentorship, if you're in this inner group, just prepare yourself. Make sure you don't miss it, right? And we're going to be dishing out some strategies and some tricks at which we use to approach this market and stay consistent on profit. Lastly, I want you to know that your capital stays with you. You don't transfer your capital to Dexify. Dexify does not hold your capital. Your capital stays in decentralized exchange like Jupiter, Phantom, or Soflake. These are Solana network, right? So your capital stays in there. If you have $50, it's going to be in your wallet. So it's going to be in your wallet. So because you connected the wallet, you can now initiate transaction, and it will take a particular amount of money out of that your capital and execute your LP for you. And once it enters profit, it will deliver you on profit. All right. And that's how beautiful it is. So this particular position is still open and is still running. And of course, before this night finish, it must surely bring profit. And that's how beautiful it is. All right. So all you need to do is to get your D protocol and start earning money with Dexify. So at this point, I want to invite back my coach, a man that took me by the hand. You see, it was in this nature he brought me. I saw this particular training. I listened to him on Zoom. And when I saw the kind of money he made, I said to myself, in no time, I will be doing bigger things like that. And of course, in one of the training, I think I told him, he gave me opportunity to speak. He didn't know me. He started laughing when I said what I said. But I didn't stop there because I worked it out. I started to learn. I started to observe. I started to do things. And before you know what is happening, we made money. Not just only talking to you, but we show results. So at this point, I want to invite you back, coach, so you can run up the meeting with us. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. May God bless you. Once you get your D protocol, make sure you reach out to admins to add you on these particular groups, and you are good to go. All right? Very, very important. Very, very important.
Right.
Coach, are you there?
Yeah. Hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course, I can hear you.
All right, guys. If you enjoyed that powerful session, can you put up the love emoji for Mr. Empire? If you enjoyed that session, can you put the love emoji? Let's go. I want to see the love emoji, everybody. If you enjoyed that session, before I give us the last announcement for tonight, oh, powerful. It was a wonderful, powerful session, well delivered. And I believe for newbies, you understand exactly why you're here, what the business is all about. And of course, Dexify is doing a lot of things. Just before I say what I want to say tonight, I want to say this. For people who are typing, because people are asking, if you have the tester bot, will you be eligible for the private mentorship training? No, it's from D Protocol 1 or DVP1. I said it earlier. The tester bot was given out to allow newbies who don't have money to test the features of the robot. That is why it's called tester bot. It is, you can see the limited yogas there. It is limited D Pro rather. It is given for you to be able to test the bot. It is an access for you to test the features of the bot. So for newbies, for some of you guys, you have your friends who probably have money and they want to test how does this bot function, how does it work, and they don't have capital to buy D Pro 1 or D Pro 2 and above. They can test the bot with the tester bot, but the tester bot does not give you access to our private mentorship training. It does not give you access to our this training we want to kick off right now. So we only give you access to test the bot. That is all. You don't have access to the private because you are not considered to be part of the people. You don't have enough gas. You don't have enough gas, and there is no speed attached to it at all. So it's just a testing bot. Now, having said that, I want to re-emphasize this, that on next week, by God's grace, we are starting our marathon powerful training sessions where we want to raise the next generation of millionaires in dollars and billionaires in depending on your local currency. So, and this training is going to be a collective effort. It's not, I can't make it happen. No, I'm just a single person. They say a tree does not make a forest. No matter how powerful or gigantic an Iroko tree is standing in a forest, it can't make a forest. in a forest, we need to see some other trees, smaller ones in different capacity, and that is what make up a forest. And even grasses. So I can't make it happen, but we can make it happen. For those of you guys that are getting results, that understand what you are doing, some of you guys, like as we're having this meeting, I was discussing with somebody privately, like two persons, a husband and wife I was supposed to assist to train, and some other persons that I'm going to be doing, training on. As you are understanding this in your learning, if you have time, just make yourself available to train others. It's going to be a collective effort, right? We want to divide ourselves into units and get it done, and make it happen. It's going to be tasking, but the joy there is that you are grooming people who are making money, who are building wealth. And let me tell you something. You might be in this space and you are contributing. Some of you guys, some of these people who are going to train will never forget you. Let me tell you as well, just like Mr. Empire, CBK, who is speaking to you right now, for those who don't know, came across me on TikTok. You saw my video on TikTok. I don't know whether it's an ad video or just a post. When I was active on TikTok, we are no longer active on TikTok now. When I was active on TikTok back then, and he joined from there. There was a link on the TikTok bio, and that was how he joined our Telegram channel. Was following up, and one day, we had, I think, what a program, an affiliate program back then, and the group was open for people to chat, and I was seeing his chat, answering questions. Somebody will ask this question, he will answer. I was like, who is this guy? So I just let me check his DM, and I discovered he has sent me series of messages, like many messages. He was sending messages to me almost every day that he would like to work with me, he would like to come around. And I was like, I reached out to him myself, and that was how he kicked off. And when he was telling me his story, I learned that prior to that particular period, he could not afford 5,000 naira. That was barely how many dollars? A dollar is somewhere less than $1. He couldn't afford up to $1, right? No, okay, it's more than $1. Let's say he couldn't afford up to $10. Let me just that. Up to $10 to do what? To leave his village to city. He traveled for a program in the village, and then he was looking for transport. That is, he said he never felt humiliated in that manner because he didn't have what he was doing at the time. What he was doing, the thing he was putting here wasn't working. And this same person under 4 months made thousands of dollars, bought his first car. Between 6 months to 8 months, started building a hotel then, and built a house in the village, and was doing crazy things. Now, it is not because he did something. There were people who were there before him who couldn't talk about the kind of success he's talking about right now. The difference is in the zeal and passion he has to learn. He came with so much energy and passion. I will tell you the honest truth. Most of the things he learned was not, I don't want to take credit. I will tell you that it was personal effort. I will just give him a clue, a guy that didn't have time, collective meeting like this. At the end of the day, he's going to research, he's going to ask. When he's coming to ask questions, he's asking calculative questions. When I see somebody who told me he loaned money when he wanted to start trading back then, we were doing trading. He loaned money from a loan app and started with $15. Now, how many of us have this kind of passion? It's not like you don't have capital, and capital is not your problem. I used to tell us this thing. One day I took my time to explain this thing to us, that whenever you think you have money, and because you have money, you can always make money. That is why people who are rich, who have money, they diversify their money. You don't diversify without knowledge. You put money in things you have knowledge, or things you can see you have passion for, you have the zeal to learn this thing. Kudos to that lady, that woman that brought her husband, and I can see so much passion when I had a call with them last week. So much passion in that woman. She is eager to learn, and these are the kind of people I want to welcome. I want to see. I want to breathe myself in them because they are willing to learn. They have passion for that. They want to do this business. The husband is busy doing his business, and he told the husband, I want you to test. And let me tell you something. You can never succeed in anything until you put effort in it. You don't become rakadistical and become, careless about. And some of us, the one that amazes me is that we have our money in something and we are just careless about it. No, if you know and you are promising me that you have your D protocol available right now or your DVIPs, and you are going to be in that mentorship trainings tomorrow on we're gonna do testing tomorrow, and we're setting the main one next week. But you are gonna be present. Just pin the love emoji for me. You are gonna be present in that mentorship meeting. If you don't have your D Pro, don't spin because you're not gonna be present. You won't even see the link to join, except you're gonna get your D Pro before that time, before next week. Then spin the love emoji. I can see a couple of love emojis. Amazing. Amazing. It's going to be powerful, guys. It's going to be powerful. Now, I got so many persons talking about, what is it called again? Talking about volunteering to, join. I don't do that way. I don't filter people who we have trained, who believe that we have maybe by the privilege of whatever we are doing training to them. So you don't need to write to me or write to anybody or write to the admins you want to volunteer. There are people we're already doing training with. They are already volunteered. We're going to maximize them because all of us are not going to the time where you volunteering, how much knowledge you have in the business. So what I want you to do is to get ready to attend that particular summit. I call it a summit. Now, I want to talk about the pre-sale. Once again, the pre-sale we did, that those who have not gotten, who are still waiting for the pre-sale, you also know already that after graduation, you are getting every single thing, their locations in multiple times, as we promised you already, that after graduation, you are getting it. I want to tell us about Desk Token. If you have not purchased Desk Token, don't be told in the future. Desk Token is going to change the narrative of crypto. It's going to make people multi-millionaires and billionaires. If you don't buy enough, go and buy Desk Token. Before you know, one day you just come and see that it's already on the moon. And that time, that is when some of you are going to be buying. But that is not the right time to buy. Now is the right time to buy. Make sure you have Desk Token in. Now, I just want us to watch this video before I summarize. And please, I want you to make sure you watch this video. Watch with me, please. I'm going to share my screen. I just hope it's going to play off. Okay, I just saw this video on Facebook as we're having this meeting, and it reminds me of something I've been constantly talking about. And I want us to look at it together. Let's look at it. Pay attention to it.
How many people do you know would post 400 times with 50 followers and keep on posting? I don't know many. I posted 400 times on Instagram and I had 50 followers. That's one of the things that really separated ourselves. And honestly, anybody in business is just that willingness to not take no for an answer, to understand that if you can pivot. And that's just what it took. When we made those little pivots, when we adjusted to start doing the interviews and we noticed that that was a repeatable, engaging format of content, that's where we doubled down, we tripled down, we 10x. Like Albert Einstein says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And like, you just can't do that, especially in content. So with those pivots that we made, it was really impactful for us. It was a long game. Early on, when you're creating content, quantity breeds quality. The more you post, the more data that you get, the more it's going to tell you, hey, this type of content works, this doesn't. Oh, you've tried this video 50 times and you're still not getting 1,000 views. Take that video idea behind the barn and shoot it. How many people do you know would post 400 times with 50 followers and keep on posting? I don't know many. I posted.
Okay. This video you just watched is not really about the content. It's about what he said. I believe even if you couldn't hear him, you could read the subtitle. He said, how many people do you know that we post 400 times? 400. That means they are making content, editing the content, scripting the content, and they are posting the contents 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 100, 200, 300, 400. Do you know some persons in a whole year, they have not done up to 400 times post? Because even if you want to post for every single day in a year, you're going to post for 365 days. If you have to post every day without missing a day in a year, that means a year plus. And he says, this 400 times post, those people remain at 50 followers. He said, how many people will post 400 times, and upon all these posts, maybe when they were at 100, they were just at 5 followers. They didn't stop. They continue posting until 400 posts at 50 followers and still posting. The question is, that reminds me something. Many persons I have met in my entire life are never consistent in anything. I have seen a lot of persons who job. I know somebody who was supposed to be with me. He was with me in this business. Like when I started my Web3 journey, I taught him a couple of businesses and everything, every single thing. And do you know, when I look at that young man, I'm sorry to say, maybe he will hear me. He will know I'm talking to him. It's not a curse. I've told him before now, but I reserve my words. What I'm trying to say is this: you can never be successful without being consistent. Oh hell! Except you jam luck. You know, I believe in favor. I don't believe in luck. I can be favor. I can have favor with people. I can have favor with somebody. Find favor with God, with someone, with people around me. But except you find favor, you have luck or whatever you call it. Do you know what it takes to be successful in a business? Even the business you did that you are currently doing that gave you the money that you want to use to, get your deep pro, how long did you invested your time in it to be successful? I said, whenever it comes to online business and Web3, everybody off their brain, whatever you begin to think is, I have this money, how much do I make? What the heck? It's not an investment scheme, because I don't believe in investment scheme and all this online investment scheme. I don't believe in it, because we believed in it coming up at the early stage when I was in the Web2 space, and they scam a hell out of us. You see a couple of them coming, promising you heaven and earth. They'll tell you that they are built from US. Some of us in Africa, we like maybe the white skin guys, some African guys, some Nigerian guys will travel to Dubai and go and cook one nonsense business and bring it to Africa and tell you that, and partner with some of these scammers out there, that some of these white skins come out there and they will promise you heaven and earth. So we go to US, go to Canada, go to all these places, and they'll come sell nonsense to us because we are gullible people. We just want to make quick money. We just want to. That is why when I see people, they say I've lost a lot of money online. I've tried. See, if you are, that is why I don't believe in trying wrong thing. Even when he said, how many people, I want to put a balance to it, continue trying wrong thing. When you know you are in the wrong space, you exit. You try a different thing. But when you have found a right thing, the thing you know within you, this business is genuine. You've seen people making it in this business model. Why can't you make it? You're going to make it. It's all about being consistent in learning. It's not being consistent. When that guy is being consistent in his content he was doing at 50 posts, he probably might not be posting the same thing. He probably might be trying a lot of things, bringing a lot of ideas. This one is not working. How do you make it better? Consistency in learning, in implementation. That is what brings results. Consistency. To some persons, it will be an easy road. Kick off, boom. But I tell you the truth, Web3 is one of the easiest things you can get. It's not like content now that you imagine 400. That is insane. 400 posts with 50 views. That is insane. That is like sanity. I'm looking at this guy. I think I got mad saying this thing. But I know Web3 is something that you can start today. You say, how many months? I talk about Empire. How many months did it take Empire to make his first, let's say, his first $50,000 in the crypto space? On an average, I don't think it was up to 3 months. If it was, at least it's not. I know the first time he met me and told me he want to get something, he want to get his land back then. I know how much he told me he's made. He has made as a time. And I knew it's all about consistency. See, in this space, there is huge money in the Web3 space. And Liquid Provision has money, has excess money. People can make a lot of money from it. Come and learn and be consistent, grind in it, put energy, put efforts in learning it. And you have leaders and mentors and trainers who are willing to train you, to show you every single thing without hiding or reserving or anything at all from you. So start implementing. You have access to this robot. If you have capital to get a higher D protocol, jump on it. Get a high DVIP or D protocol. If you have the money, enjoy every asset that comes with it. Right? So this is me telling you that the training is going to be powerful. and I want you to get ready for it. Tomorrow is going to be our private mentorship training. I don't want to look for you. Please make sure you are present in tomorrow's class. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be powerful. And lastly, let me say this. We will never catch you up. Please don't fall for scammers. Our admins, you can reach out to them yourself. You have their contacts on the groups. You can look for their contacts. Please reach out to them, okay? Nobody will ever chat you up. And lastly, if you know someone, because we're about to change some things, that have capital, or your friend, or you do, to get DVIP 5 or 6. I didn't mean D Pro 5 or DVIP 5 or 6. Let them get before, especially DVIP 6 is over. This is an opportunity that will put you on a lifeline earning forever. DVIP 6 precisely. It's a gold mine. It's tier 1 partner with Dexify. DVIP 6. And we recognize tier 1. So very soon we'll be having some exclusive meetings with them on many things. The share ratio is huge. That is what I'm going to be saying for tonight. Make sure you secure your seat by being present in that private mentorship. If you don't have access already, please reach out to the admins to add you to the private mentorship group. They will add you to the Telegram channel. That is where we're going to be posting the link on the meeting. Thank you so much once again. Tomorrow is not going to be general meeting. It's going to be private. See you guys tomorrow. Do have a wonderful